This is Seth Godin himself.
How are you?
I'm Loic. Hi.
I wanted to meet
I'm
you for
so
a long
impressed.
time.
I'm sure you don't.
You're famous.
You are famous. So are you buying this car?
No, it
Is
wouldn't
it a
go in
purple-
my, it
purple
wouldn't work
cow?
in my neighborhood. There are neighborhoods where it would work. It's a very cool thing.
All right.
It would, once
What do you think?
it infiltrates society, then I think it's totally. I don't know where I'm going to put my kids.
Yeah,
Your kids, you have a problem.
We'll get you with the 4 Series. This is the Aptera 2E. Aptera is a new vehicle company based out of San Diego County, California. What Aptera is doing is approaching vehicle design in a fundamentally different way.
Yep.
Okay, so typically when we talk about vehicle design, we start off with the concept of the style of the vehicle first, right? So we design a very beautiful and organic form, and then we shove occupants into it, we shove cargo and engines and so on and so forth, and we really worry about efficiency way downstream. What the team at Aptera is trying to do is start from the other end of the equation. So we started off with the question of what was the most efficient way to take 2 people from point A to point B. Okay? Now, 2 people is the way we decided to lead because 78% of the time there's only 2 people or less in the vehicle from Monday to Friday. Okay? So we started off with a 2-passenger vehicle, and we used a very simple formula. The formula is aerodynamics plus lightweight plus safety equals Aptera's definition of efficiency. So we start off with aerodynamics because we know that at highway speeds, the average vehicle uses 50% of its energy just to move air out of the way. It's 50% of your energy is wasted because the normal automobile is the equivalent of a flying brick.
Yep.
We started down the path of trying to figure out how we design the most aerodynamically superior shape possible that could carry 2 occupants and cargo. Where the average vehicle has a drag coefficient of somewhere between 0.28 and 0.3, the Aptera has a drag coefficient of 0.15, okay? Which means that we are able to take all of that energy that would normally be used to push air, and we can reuse it and redisperse it inside the vehicle, or not use it at all, which is ultimately what we're trying to do when we talk about saving energy and conservation.
Okay.
Second piece of our equation is lightweight. So we use a lightweight composite architecture. It's not built of steel.
Yep.
The benefit that we get from that is I can have very, very lightweight, very high strength, but I don't give up anything on safety. Okay? So this composite architecture, actually I could have you stand on the vehicle with a sledgehammer and you could beat on it and you will not make a dent. Okay? You might scuff the paint, but that would be the worst. And that plays into the next part of the equation. The last part of the equation is safety. Okay? So when we start talking about safety, what we're really trying to talk about is the things that are inside of the cabin, the occupants in particular. We want to keep them protected and isolated from any potential harm. So first way you do that is by making the vehicle dynamically superior so you can avoid having accidents in the first place.
Can I open?
Yeah.
Cool.
This is a true one.
Yeah, keep going. Sorry.
All right.
Can I get in?
Yes.
Sure. Thank you. Ah.
This is a very early model, so the ingress-egress on this is pretty difficult.
Okay.
Now, so the vehicle has a very low slung stance. The weight is low and forward in the vehicle, and you see that the track is very wide. A lot of people see the 3 wheels and they say, oh, the thing is tippy, I think it's going to tip over. No, actually the vehicle is capable of going through corners at about the same rate as a Porsche Boxster. Okay? With the weight low and forward in the vehicle, that keeps the weight over top of the drive wheels and helps the vehicle to perform better in all kinds of weather.
Couldn't it come in brighter, shinier colors?
Oh,
so
yeah.
it would stand out more?
Oh yeah, we'll make it stand out a little bit more than what it's.
So, and is it available now already? No.
No, it'll be available at the end of the year.
Oh, really? That fast?
Oh,
Cool.
really?
Yes.
Wow.
How much?
The price range on the vehicle goes from $25,000 to $40,000. Okay, so inside of that, there's a number of different powertrains, and there's also a lot of different options. One of the things that Aptera is doing different than a lot of the other new vehicle companies is we're not focusing only on a single powertrain. Okay, we don't know. I'd like to say that I know exactly what the world's going to need 10 years from now, but I honestly don't think that I do. 3 years ago, there were people trying to convince us that E85 ethanol was the savior of the universe. Okay, so what we said was, let's attack the fundamental question of architecture that everyone's facing. Right? If we can make the architecture more conducive for efficiency, then you integrate more efficient powertrains and you end up with a more efficient home. Okay? Now, we spend a lot of time talking about efficiency because we don't want to keep up on creature comfort. Inside of the vehicle, it's designed for a long travel, nice comfortable seats, they hold you in place. We have cup holders, the radio, the AC, the all the standard accoutrements that you would expect in the vehicle.
How about speed?
Now, this is the 2E is a 2-passenger electric, so 2 Series electric vehicle, has a top speed of 90 miles an hour. It accelerates from 0 to 60 in less than 10 seconds. It's actually a little less than 8 seconds, but we like to undersell. Okay, like I said, the vehicle corners about like a Porsche Boxster, the normal one, not the S. The S has some different stuff on it, and has a braking distance that's a little bit shorter than that of a Mustang GT. So the vehicle is very, very dynamically capable. Now, again, we talked about safety. On the front, on the rear, you have a rear impact zone. On the front, you have a front crumple zone. On the side, you have side impact door beams. The difference between this and a steel-bodied car is when steel comes into impact, steel actually deforms. So there's a potential in really bad accidents. You've seen cases of people getting pinned inside of a vehicle. That doesn't happen here. This composite is actually, when it deforms plastically. So that means if you hit it, when the force is released, it will bounce right back. Which means that if you have a bad situation, we can actually get the occupant out. Inside, the seat belts will hold you in place. The airbags will augment that to make sure that your head doesn't bump into anything badly. And oh, by the way, we're not going to let you start the vehicle unless the seat belt's on anyway, because we know that the seat belt is the #1 safety device inside of a vehicle. Okay?
Cool.
Now, we talk about 3 wheels, and a lot of people say, again, you're trying to skirt regulations. Absolutely not. 3-wheel architecture, actually by getting rid of the 4th wheel, we reduce the frontal area